Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 7 of this unboxing. I can still have yet to figure out the name of this unboxing. I'm running out of superlatives. So with this one, it's a smaller stack, but it's a good stack. So we got just a few books. We're going to go through it. I'm going to explain some of the stuff in them. There's some pretty cool things in these ones. We're going to start out with some Avon comics. This is a series called Strange Worlds, and this is just a great classic robot cover, and also bubble helmet. You know, I like when they wear these kind of crazy helmets. So the thing that's always funny, and this one's not so extreme in this way, but they always wear these bubble helmets, right? And but yet they always have skin revealed. So, for example, their hands, their hands don't have gloves. You'll see that. So, just probably not most practical form of protection when you're on a foreign planet, or something that would actually give you any kind of the reason you wear a bubble helmet in the space suits is because you're going on a planet where the environment might not be too friendly to your skin. So it's funny when they have their hands free. And I think it's really cool that he's got just not one gun, but 2 guns blazing. He's like zapping these poor robots. So I think that's kind of fun. I like the rocket ship in the background. There's just so much action going on this cover. You even have like, just a really cool, the robots actually, strangely enough, remind me of Rock'em, that game, is it Rock'em Sock'em, where it's like these 2 kind of robots that fight each other you press the buttons and you can punch the other robot. It kind of reminds me of that. Don't they kind of have that sort of blockish heads and stuff like that? So it just reminds me of Rock'em Sock'em. So this is Strange Worlds number 19. I'm trying to get the complete run of this. I'm only missing a few issues now. Another issue that I got from the same run is Strange Worlds number 6. Now this one is actually considered very much a classic cover. I believe it's I think it's Wood that did the cover, Wally Wood. I believe so. I'm pretty sure. And this one though has been homaged by great artists like Bruce Timm. It was even homaged later by earlier by Steve Ditko. So this one is kind of a classic cover. I'm not sure if this came first or there was also a Famous Funnies cover that used the same kind of imagery with the alien coming in and the couple kind of in shock and having to fight him. So this is just a really great one. So it's Strange Worlds number 6, and just a really great. I like these sci-fi Good Girl art covers. So just a really cool one. The monster men of space, made of the mist, the man who owned the earth. Death claims an enemy. Actually, Made of the Mist is interesting because in Canada, just quickly, this is totally non-comic related. The Maid of the Mist is a boat that you can get on, and it's in Niagara Falls, and it'll actually, it's called Maid of the Mist because it actually goes underneath the Niagara Falls, and you can sort of get this sort of underneath the falls. Actually, it doesn't really go under the falls. It goes really close to the falls where you're getting all this spray from the just the sheer amount of water that's hitting the ground, or hitting the hitting the water from the Niagara Falls, and it just creates this mist that's really like all near the falls. And when you're on the boat, you wear these. They give you like sort of like a poncho, and you get like covered in this mist spray, that therefore Made of the Mist. So it's a quite a fun experience that you can take part in when you go to the Niagara Falls. So it's funny that this book mentions Made of the Mist. I have a feeling it's a very different Made of the Mist, but still cool. Also, it's another bubble helmet cover, which I really do like the bubble helmets. Actually, I like the round bubble helmets more than this style of bubble helmets. I really like the roundy ones. I think they're more like a fishbowl. I think it's cooler. So yeah. So that's that one. Next is another great famous artist from the Golden Age. This is Criminals on the Run, and this is L.B. Cole, and it's just a really great lion cover. This is number 1 of the series, so the first issue of the series, and it's just a really great one. I really like these L.B. Cole covers, and I actually tried to bid on like a similar one on eBay, and it just went too high, so I ended up picking it up from my comic shop. The guy had like best offer on it on my comic shop, but no matter what price you put, they just wouldn't get back to you. So I even put like, I think I only like try to deduct like $5. Didn't get any response, so I just bought it for full price. So oh well, I guess the best offer thing didn't really work. But yeah, but I was still happy to get this. Yeah, I still got it for a great price. It was under $100, so not too bad. This next one is kind of funny. This is Cisco Kid number 1. And this is actually the first appearance of the Cisco Kid. But it's also the first appearance of Super Baby, which is this character right here. This is a pretty low grade copy. Like it's a 3.0. But the reason I say it's low grade is just like somebody's written in pencil, so maybe it could be removed. It's hard to remove pencil when it's on a color though. Usually if you try to remove pencil when it's on a color, like a red or yellow, what'll happen is it'll remove some of the, like when you try to erase it, it'll actually erase some of the color ink. So you got to be really careful trying to remove pencil. This is one where maybe a professional might be required. But somebody did write all over it, so it's kind of a shame. But it is cool that is the first appearance of 2 characters. I'm not even sure. It might be even first appearance of this other Faust guy here, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Cisco Kid number 1. And it was very inexpensive. It wasn't like big, it wasn't like a super expensive book. It's very affordable. Speaking of affordable books, this one actually is a little rough. I thought it would be a little bit higher grade looking, but I mean it's very high grade in terms of the majority of it, but up here is like there's some tape, and I don't really like that too much. There's like tape on this one corner. So this is 3D Dolly, and what happened was Harvey Publications found huge success with doing 3D comics. And basically, for about a year, they were producing a crazy number of different 3D comics. And it all started with Mighty Mouse was the first one that they did. And it actually was the first 3D comic. But then they did 3D Dolly, they did the Three Stooges, they did a whole bunch of different 3D covers, not covers, but comics. Like the whole thing is 3D. And generally when they did these 3D comics, they would always include 2 pairs of glasses, one for you to read with and one for a friend to read with you. So I always thought that was cool. So you'd always say 2 pairs of magic specs, they called it, instead of 3D glasses. But the interesting thing about this issue particularly is it reprints the first appearance of Richie Rich. So in 3D. So you get him in 3D. So it's kind of a cool reprint as well, because it is the first appearance of Richie Rich in 3D. And the 3D glasses are included. So yeah, kind of a fun one. 3D Dolly number 1. So yeah. And this one is just a pure cover by. I think it was Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze that first introduced me to this book. He showed it when I did these flag cover challenge. And this is Betty and Veronica 202. And it's just a really great patriotic cover with the three girls wearing the American flag, like when they're all standing together. So it's patriotic poster contest, and so they made themselves the patriotic poster. So I think that's quite cute. I really like this. This is, I believe this is. I was actually going to say Dan Parent, but it's not. It's Jeff Schultz and Henry Scarpelli. So interesting. It kind of has a very Dan Parent look to it, but I guess it isn't him. So yeah, that one was kind of nice. And this one is, okay, so every so often I get into these weird fads or things that I collect. I don't know, maybe I'm autistic. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I go through these weird patterns where I buy comics that are just have like some theme to them. Like I bought like a bunch of 3D comics, for example, but also I bought a theme where it's shark covers. I like shark covers, especially ones that remind me of Jaws. I was a big fan of Jaws. If you saw me when I was a kid and when the movie first came out, I would draw all these sharks. I was actually pretty good at drawing sharks. I could draw a really nice shark when I was a kid. So I'd draw all these pictures of sharks, and I'd have them like, almost made a cartoon series, as a kid. It was nothing brilliant. But I'd made this little cartoon series with sharks and Jaws. I was a big fan. So I still get into collecting shark covers, and this is just one I thought was really interesting. This is shark cover for Superman, but it also is Jaws. So it's like Jaws of the killer sharks. Killer shark. Jaws of the killer shark, I should say. But it's just a really great one. You got the shark jumping out of the water, grabbing Superman's cape. And see, this is why you don't wear capes, kids, because you're gonna get eaten by a shark. So I just think that's really cool. I like the fact also that it's a beach scene. I always associate sharks with the beach. You gotta have lots of people swimming, and you gotta create that panic, and you got all the people panicking, trying to get away from this shark. But yeah, I think that's a really fun one. And then another thing that I've been getting into collecting more and more, I seem to be picking up a pretty big collection of these, is romance books. I think romance books have been, for the longest time, underrated and undervalued. And I think they're kind of coming into their own now, where people are collecting Matt Baker, and they're kind of exploring that good girl art and romance comic. And a series that I've really enjoyed the covers from is First Romance. These would have like some really great covers to them. And I just like this one. You got the girl, she looks like she's almost like semi-resisting the guy's kiss, and her dress is all torn, her necklace is all broken, and then she looks like she's about to whack him with the purse, but at the same time her expression on her face is that she's enjoying the kiss. So it's very interesting. So this is First Romance number 8. I just thought it was a pretty cool one. Branded bad. That's what it says. Like the mark of Cain, the mark of scandal was upon us. Nothing we did, no matter how desperate, could free us. They always had really great stories and stuff. Really fun stuff. So First Romance number 8. Okay, so I do buy modern books, and you'll see a few modern ones here. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 331. And this is just a variant. I believe, I'm not even sure this is the first print. I think this is the second print. I'm not sure if it's, I think it's second print. Yeah, second printing. This one is a special cover. That's why I picked it up. It's the first appearance of Mary Jane Watson as Jackpot, and it's with her on the cover. I just thought it was a cool cover where it's kind of like this Vanity Fair kind of cover. So it's yeah, I just thought it was a cool one. So Jackpot, I guess, is one of these characters that's quite popular currently. Just a new character, and I think they're trying to do almost the Gwen Stacy thing, but with Mary Jane Watson, where she gets to be her own superhero as well. So she's now Jackpot. So interesting one. It's quite thick too. I'm surprised by how thick this book is. I'm not sure if you can see how thick it is. It's like a square bound book, quite thick. And I believe, now this is the first printing of the same book, and it's just the 1 in 25 variant. I just like this cover though. I thought it was a cute cover. It's the Virgin variant of the same issue. But this is the first printing. So I wanted to get the first appearance of the character, but I also wanted to get a cute cover as well. So I like this one with the black cat, and she's playing with a bunch of cats, and they have a little SpiderMan ball. So it's Amazing Spider-Man 31, the 7th series that has the first appearance of Mary Jane Watson as Jackpot. So that's that one. So I do buy some modern comics. I like getting first appearances. You never know. I think, you know, why would you miss out on something that is cover price now? You know, like, why not get it? You never know. Like in 20 years, maybe that character might do something. Bit of a speculation on that one. The next book is Dial M for Mystery. And I've been picking up a few of these lately. I'm not really like a super fan of the series, but I do think it's interesting. Basically, the hero has the ability to, he finds this magic dial, I guess, and depending on what he spells, he becomes that hero or monster or whatever it is, and just kind of a cool power. Now this one, the reason I picked it up is it's the first appearance of this character, which is Gem Girl. I thought it was, you know, I'm not even sure if it's her first, maybe even last appearance too. I'm not sure what they did with her much, but I just liked the cover. I thought it was cool to get a first appearance. This is like Silver Age. And it's just a cute good girl art cover too. So for all those reasons, that's why I picked it up. So this is Dial House of Mystery. Actually, House of Mystery. I was going to say Dial H for Hero, but it's it's House of Mystery number 169. So, yeah, House of Mystery 169. And then the last book. This is actually a pretty cool book, and it's reasonably high grade. Okay, so this is Brenda Star. Now, this is, I forgot what issue number it is. I'm trying to remember the issue number. Well, it's just a classic cover, good girl art cover. These Brenda Stars, the stories inside are not the greatest, tell you the truth. I've read some of them. It's sort of so-so. She's basically a reporter. Kind of boring stories, actually. But they have some really great covers. This is one of them. And this one generally is a book that can go fairly high. Like, I was bidding on this issue, and there was a high grade copy, and it went, I think, over 1,000. But then this one was available, and I got it for like a couple $100. So I was like, and it was similar grade to the one that had sold for over 1,000. So I was quite happy to pick it up. So this is Brenda Star, and I forgot what issue number it is. But I've been trying to get the complete run of Brenda Star. I think I'm only missing 1 or 2 issues now. So this was one of the ones I was missing. But it's one of the better covers. I really like this one. So that is it for this part. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and you don't want to miss any of these unboxings, because I do show some pretty unique items. And we're getting into the bigger books as I kind of go through these unboxings. So thanks again for watching. Bye for now.